Yo, what is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today, we've got some awesome information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 version 1.1.1 update has been officially detailed, and it launches on December 22nd. We've got bug fixes and additional improvements incoming to Nintendo's massive RPG. So Xenoblade Chronicles 2 director Tetsuya Takahashi has detailed the game's version 1.1.1 update, which will officially launch on December 22nd. Let's go ahead and get into all the details here. I'll have a little bit to say on the matter as well. So greetings to everyone playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is director Takahashi at Monolith Soft. Today, I'd like to talk about the main updates that will be seen in this version 1.1.1 update, which will be distributed next week on Friday, December 22nd. In addition to some bug fixes, we will address the following points. An easy mode will be added to Tiger minigame. When you press the X button, the skip travel screen will open the map to your current location. We hope this will make it easier to spot skip travel locations and salvage points on the map, which that definitely will. An additional one-to-one zoom on the mini map will be displayed by pressing the L stick. This will allow improved visibility of your surroundings and make it easier to check quest locations. Really good additions there when it comes to the map. We will further improve the convenience of the mini-map, and we will add more quests and additional elements for second playthroughs next year for all players, not just those who purchased the expansion pass. So it's really awesome that they're adding in free content for those who even didn't spend the extra money on the expansion pass. We appreciate your continued patience. In your second playthrough, you'll be able to have those blades join your party. You can also dispatch blades like Pyra and Jomark as a merc group. Unlock the level 4 special of a certain blade. We will distribute the following useful items to those who purchase the expansion pass as well. You get a driver essentials set, 10 rare core crystals, 1 legendary core crystal, and 3 overdrive protocols. Upgrade parts for Poppy at 30,000 either. Pyra's favorite things, 5 generosity. Nia's favorite things, 5 Arganian bear carvings. Monolith Soft will continue to add improvements that will make the world of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 even more enjoyable for a long time. And even though there may be times when we cannot address every need immediately because we are working on these improvements in parallel with the expansion pass, we truly appreciate your continued support for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is now available, of course, for the Nintendo Switch. And if you haven't bought this game at this point, you need to go pick up Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Not only are you getting an amazing experience, heck, even without all this stuff here, you're getting a huge 100+ hour RPG with so much content in there, and they're continuing to improve the experience, not just for those who bought the expansion pass, but for everyone who purchased the game, which is awesome to see. The mini-map stuff and the map stuff in general is going to be a big help when it comes to things. On top of that, if you've purchased the expansion pass, getting a legendary core crystal and getting some other ones, that's really good, especially if you have not beat the game yet, and if you're actually playing it and playing the side quests. We've got a lot of people that are just kind of rushing through the game here, which is a little bit unfortunate in my opinion, because you're missing out on all the extra side quests and a lot of the stuff that the game does. Like if you do the blade quests, you do the merc missions, you do all that other stuff that people are clearly skipping, at least some people that is, then you're going to get a lot more enjoyment out of the game. On top of that, you're going to be able to enjoy this as far as the update that's coming. So I'm definitely going to take my time. I'm definitely not going to power through this whole thing. I want to get this update in there so I can at least experience it for the second half of the game. So I'm going to level up, I'm going to do side quests, I'm going to do other things. I'm definitely not going to go through and rush and beat the game, especially because I want to experience this here. Plus the expansion stuff as far as the set that they're giving us is really cool as well. I love the continued support. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is really pushing to be one of my game of the years. Right now it's pretty much Zelda, but we'll see what happens when I finish this game. Maybe I'll finish it by January or something like that. But I think Zelda is safe for right now, but Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is an amazing experience. So if you haven't went out there and bought the game, go out there and pick it up. It'll be like the only game that you'll need to play for quite some time. It has that much content in there. It's really good, especially if you're strapped for cash and you want something that's going to last you a while. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is definitely your game. So what do you guys think about these updates here? In addition to everything else that they're adding in, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here. Nicalis to publish the physical edition of Runner 3 in North America. Choice Provisions developed sequel is due out in early 2018, and I wanted to talk about this, guys, because I'm a huge Runner fan. Runner 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, easily in the top 50, and I cannot wait for Runner 3, and I am so happy that they are producing a physical edition of this game for the Nintendo Switch. So Nicalis has announced that it will publish a physical edition of Choice Provisions Runner 3 for the Nintendo Switch in North America for $39.99 when it launches in early 2018, the company has announced. And here's an overview of the game via Nicalis. Developed by Choice Provisions, Runner 3 continues the endless platforming adventures of the stoic, unflappable Commander Video. The hero in the high tops leaves a multicolored trail in his wake, punctuating the beat of the game's infectious soundtrack with every step. Like Runner 2, the new game will also feature voice acting talents of none other than Charles Martinet, legendary voice of Mario and dozens of other popular Nintendo characters. Some games just belong on physical cartridges, and this is clearly one of the most deserving, says Nicalis president Tyrone Rodriguez. We can't wait for people to get their hands on Runner 3. Literally, we know everyone is going to love Runner 3, but I'll bet you're going to love it even more in a tiny cartridge form, says Choice Provisions co-founder Alex Noose. Just try not to lick it. Play it, adds Mike Roush, also co-founder of Choice Provisions. Runner 3 includes some surprising new features like branching paths, item shops, and vehicles that Commander Video can take for a ride. The game also features new playable characters, new gameplay modes, new moves, and assortment of hero quests and retro challenges. You can check out a video as well as we're doing so here, plus we got some new screenshots, link in the description below. And guys, Runner is the best game that you have never played. If you have not played it, it's the best game that you've never played. Honestly, it is such a high quality title. This dates back to the grassroots of Nintendo independent games in terms of like the Nindies or whatever you want to call it. They were one of the first, and that's the reason why, if you're wondering why this is only coming to PC and Nintendo Switch, but this physical edition is of course exclusive to Nintendo Switch. As far as consoles go, it's not coming out anywhere else. The reason why is because they pretty much started the WiiWare. They were back when Nintendo independent developers were first getting going, and there was all sorts of weird rules and regulations, and Nintendo wasn't quite on board with it. They've been there from the WiiWare days. So the fact that they are basically showing this type of love is their appreciation for Nintendo fans picking up their games over all of the years now, since the WiiWare, then going on to the Wii U with Runner 2. It's something that's more of an appreciation, so that's the reason why this game is coming exclusively. So that's the reason why this game is coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch in terms of consoles, and they had to make sure that they got a physical edition. It's going to be a bit more expensive than what you usually see for an independent game, $39.99, but I honestly feel that with Nicalis behind it, there's going to be some extra goodies in there. I feel that it's going to be worth it, and I think this game is honestly going to be a fantastic exclusive when it launches on the Nintendo Switch in early 2018. I was a huge fan of Runner 2. I put well over 100 hours into Runner 2, so I cannot wait to play this one. So what do you guys think about Nicalis publishing Runner 3 here in North America in terms of a physical edition? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the last article here, we do have the Media Create sales charts for December 4th, 2017 through December 10th, 2017, but the big thing here is also tracking with the Famitsu and how the Nintendo Switch almost pushed 200,000 units. It's definitely pushing at that door when it comes to Famitsu, who tracks a little bit more than the Media Create. But let's go ahead and get right into this article here. So Yakuza Kiwami for the PlayStation 4 sold 131,931 copies during its first week of release in Japan. The latest Media Create sales figures revealed. Also new on the Media Create sales charts was D3 published Earth Defense Force for the PlayStation 4. Earth Defense Force 5, I should say, which opened up at 111,075 units. Bandai Namco released Kamen Rider Climax Fighters on the PlayStation 4, which sold 21,971 units as well. On the hardware front, Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan, Asia, and Capcom released the new Monster Hunter World Edition PlayStation 4 Pro last week, which boosted sales of the unit. In total, the PlayStation 4's family of systems sold 85,687 units. It wasn't necessarily enough to beat the Nintendo Switch, which moved another 164,908 units, but who cares? They both sold really well, and that was 40,000 plus more in terms of the Switch, more than the previous week. The Nintendo 3DS also sold an additional 45,573 units. Now, if we move over to the Famitsu sales charts here, Famitsu actually had the hardware for the Nintendo Switch at 193,717 units. And remember, Famitsu does track online sources a little bit better than the Media Create, which is just generally retail. So that's the reason why you're seeing the discrepancy there between them. And the biggest thing here, guys, is that nearly 200,000 units, it's getting there. Nintendo has stated that they're going to release their biggest shipment ever to Japan as far as shipments for the month of December, and we're definitely see that. We see 2 weeks of December so far. Nintendo has pushed over 100,000, and now we're getting very close to 200,000. So this is very good for the Nintendo Switch. I cannot overstate how important it is for the Nintendo Switch to have sales, especially these sales in Japan. Japanese developers see these numbers here, and all of them are pretty much going to be on board. I would probably say we'll see most of the games by 2019 early. Everything will be on the Nintendo Switch. 2018, we're going to see a big shift. I'm just guessing here, but maybe anywhere from 70 to 80% of what Japanese developers announce are probably going to have a Nintendo Switch version. And like I said, it might be closer to 90 to 100% by the end of 2018. But there's going to be a big turnaround. These sales are speaking numbers. We've also heard a lot of people talk about certain things when it comes to hitting 10 million units sold. That's kind of the magic number. Developers are going to start announcing their games. We saw that with Wasteland. We're starting to see multiple different announcements, physical editions coming out, all of that, details in terms of new games. These sales are speaking numbers for the Nintendo Switch, and you're going to see a lot more products hit the system because of that. But man, it's pushing 200,000, and I'm honestly thinking that next week we might see 200,000 plus as far as the Nintendo Switch goes, which is obviously awesome there. So what do you guys think about the sales here when it comes to all the different games? You can check out the full sales charts and everything, link in the description below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.